Hey guys, we're back again, ready to give you the Eastern Conference playoff predictions. I'm Brian. As always, my brother Blaine. This is the Give and Go. Alright guys, before the season started, we made some predictions for the Eastern Conference. To be honest, we were pretty spot on. Blaine got 8 of 8 predictions correct, and I got 7 of 8 predictions. I thought the Hawks were going to get in, and they played like dog shit.
They played like I think most people thought the Hawks would play like.
They surprised only me and literally no one else. So they did not make it, and the Magic made it in their place. As for the Eastern Conference matchups, here's what we think is going to go down. The number 1 seed Milwaukee Bucks are going to be playing the number 8 seed Orlando Magic.
I see the Magic having a couple nice moments, but I could realistically see this as a sweep. The Bucks just overmatch them at pretty much every position. I don't see too much of a problem for the Bucks.
I see this series going 4 games. I don't see the Magic winning any games. What else is there to say? The Bucks are just a better team all around. Offensively, defensively, they're deeper. They shoot the ball better from the outside. This series is going to be wrapped up pretty quickly. The number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference is the Toronto Raptors, and they're going to be playing the number 7 seed Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, this is another one for me that I don't see too much of a problem for the Raptors. There are a couple players on the Nets who can have some nice games. Karis LeVert I could see going off.
I think LeVert is a great player, but outside of him really having a couple magnificent games, I don't see the Nets really being competitive in this series. The Raptors have proved this year that they are a complete team that doesn't need one superstar like Kawhi to be successful. To be honest, they surprised me, they've impressed me, and I think that now I believe that they're capable, and I think that they're going to handle this series. I believe that they're going to sweep this series as well.
I agree.
The number 3 seed and 6 seed matchup is very interesting in the East. It's going to be the Celtics and the 76ers.
I definitely see this going 7 games. At the beginning of the year, depending how seedings would have played out, there might have been some people who picked this as a possible Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm leaning towards the Celtics just because of the Ben Simmons injury.
I'm also going to choose the Celtics. They have been kind of finding their stride in the bubble. They've definitely had some bumps along the way, but they are almost completely healthy. Kemba's back. I know he's not 100% healthy, but with him a part of the team, I think that they are way more effective as long as he can stay healthy and stay productive. I think that they have a chance, but Philly is hurting right now. Obviously, they lost one of their best players in Ben Simmons. I don't think that they're going to be as competitive, and they weren't playing that well anyway. I see the Celtics winning this series in 6 games, maybe 5.
I see this series going 7 games just because Embiid having big games. And who knows, I mean, if this is one of those series where he scores 40 a game and they win, it really may showcase just how great he is. I definitely say the Celtics as of now, 7 games.
Another really interesting, intriguing matchup with the Miami Heat playing the Indiana Pacers. The Heat have been playing great this whole year, and it seems like that chemistry has continued into the bubble. I really like their young players that have stepped up. Duncan Robinson, Tyler Herro, and Kendrick Nunn, very productive, effective NBA players. Their team seems to have fun playing with each other. That and this type of scenario where you've got a bunch of teams living in a bubble together, and the camaraderie and the chemistry is so important. I think that they not only are going to win this series, but I believe that they could potentially make a run in the Eastern Conference. I know before the year I said I didn't think they were going to be very competitive with just Jimmy Butler. I didn't think he had enough help. But these young guys have stepped up. Bam is a beast. They're my dark horse to challenge Milwaukee for the Eastern Conference.
They match up well against the Bucks, which is something that I think bodes well for them. This is probably the most interesting, if not one of the most interesting individual matchups in the first round between TJ Warren and Jimmy Butler.
I see the Heat winning this series in 6 games.
I agree, 6 games for the Heat.
And I would just like to say that all of these playoffs are happening in this bubble atmosphere. The whole feel of the league right now is different. People have compared it to an AAU tournament. There's an energy and a momentum that you can feel with certain teams that they're going to be dangerous. There's a few teams out there that you may have written off if everything else was the same as far as traveling back and forth to these arenas to play as it normally would. But being in this bubble is just something's a little bit different.
The chances of parity are much greater with this bubble.
I love how the Eastern Conference videos are always way shorter than the Western Conference because it's pretty much obvious.
Yeah, that first round is almost a given.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back again to make our predictions for the Eastern Conference Finals. Enjoy the first round. Have fun.
Check you later.
Check you later.